Today's video we are going to be doing level 1 of the exercises from this book, Living Life to the Fullest with Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome. Just a disclaimer, I am not a doctor or physical therapist, so if you have any concerns, please consult your physician. Today we are going to be doing 5 exercises. This is level 1. If you guys want and haven't seen, I do have the first level, like level 0.5, literally starting at a half. It's 2 exercises. I posted that video yesterday going through those exercises. So we want to make sure that we are able to complete those exercises for 3 minutes before starting this one. At least that's according to what the book says. So if you haven't worked your way up, please go back to that video and kind of work your way up to 3 minutes doing those exercises. You'll just want to add 10 seconds every day before starting this video. So if you are at that point and ready to start level 1, welcome back. I'm so happy you guys are here. Again, you can do these exercises from anywhere. You can do them from your bed, from the couch, from a mat on the floor like me. Pretty much anywhere. I know it could be really hard when you're dealing with chronic illness, so I'm just proud of you guys for being here again today. For today, we are going to need some props. So the first thing we're going to need is one of these exercise squeezy balls, which I got mine on Amazon. You kind of just want it to be about the size of a soccer ball, at least according to the book. If you don't have one of these or you don't want to have to purchase one, you can honestly use a pillow, like a small pillow or even a regular pillow, like folded in half. We just need something for one of the exercises to place in between our knees to squeeze. So yeah, a pillow will do just fine if you don't want to have to wait for one to come in from Amazon or you don't want to have to buy anything. So we're going to need that, a squeezy ball or a pillow. And then we're also going to need an elastic band, which this one I've had since I think I was like 12 from when I did ballet. You could use an infinity band. Again, Amazon has a million of these. If, again, you don't want to go out and buy one or order one from Amazon or have to wait, you honestly could probably tie together, if you guys have like long tube socks, just tie those together to pretty much make a band. I'm really happy that I had some really positive and good comments on my first video, so I definitely want to continue to make these videos for you guys and help you guys out. So with that being said, let's get started. Like I said earlier, we will be doing 5 exercises this morning, and we will be doing each for 1.5 minutes. So I have my laptop over here, oops, I have to log in, for a timer because I'm currently filming on my phone. Let's get started. I hope you guys are having a happy Saturday. It's kind of gloomy and I think been a storm here in Cleveland today, but you know, that's okay. We need it for the flowers. Okay, so the first exercise we are going to be doing is bridging. So what we want to do is we want to lay down on our backs, knees about hip distance apart. Like I said in my first video, if you are hypermobile, we want to make sure that our shins and front of our legs are facing forward. We're not rotating those in or outward because that will cause you guys to have knee pain and we don't want that. And what we're going to do is we are going to squeeze our booties, squeeze our glute muscles, and raise up into a bridge. And what we want to make sure, I want to make sure you guys are engaging that core to protect your lower back. And it's okay you don't have to go super high. I know even sometimes with myself, with being hypermobile, it's like hard to think about or hard not to like overdo it or like overextend. So we really want to think about squeezing those glutes, and that's what's lifting us up, if that makes sense. So we're going to want to do that, and we're going to hold for 5 seconds. And then we're gonna relax. Okay, so that was just my description. I'm gonna get this timer started. Pelvis steady and neutral like we did in yesterday's video while we're lifting and bridging off the ground. Okay, so I'm gonna get my laptop and start this timer. And I'll count you guys as well. I feel like that helps me. Okay, ready? Okay, and we are going to squeeze and lift. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Make sure you guys are breathing. And squeeze, lift. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Squeeze, lift. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Squeeze, lift. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Squeeze, lift. 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure you guys are engaging that core. Relax. Squeeze up. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Squeeze. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. I'm feeling it. 3, 4, 5. Relax. We're almost there. 20 more seconds. Squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Squeeze up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Squeeze up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Squeeze and up. 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. The second exercise we are going to do is the supine marches. So we're going to be in the same position. Let me just make sure. I remember I had notes for this one. So what we're going to do is that same position where we're going to want to lay with our feet about hip distance apart. And for this exercise, we are going to want to do that abdominal bracing the entire time for this whole exercise, okay? Because we need to protect our hips for this. And what we're going to do is just lift 1 foot at a time, about 1 to 2 inches, I think, off the floor. Yeah. And we're going to hold that for 5 seconds and then release. We're going to alternate. Going to lift up for 5 and release. Now, if your hips are very unstable or you notice you're having pain in your hips, when you're lifting, instead of lifting your whole foot off the floor, because it's putting a lot of tension here, you're just going to lift. I just want you to lift your heel, okay? So if you're having really bad hip pain, just lift your heel. And we're going to hold it for 5 seconds and release, and then alternate 5 seconds and release. And then if you guys are having ankle pain, like if your ankles cause you a lot of pain, instead of heel ups, because that's putting pressure here, we are going to lift our toes up, okay? So it'll be kind of this, depending on what you guys have going on, you could either lift your whole foot off the floor, if you have hip pain, heels off the floor, or if you have ankle pain, we're gonna do toes off the floor, okay? I'm personally gonna try to lift my whole foot off the floor, but again, remember to do whatever you're comfortable with or whatever your body is allowing you to do today, okay? So we're also gonna do that for 1.5 minutes. Let me just get the timer set up and make sure, hold on, just make sure that we have that volume up so we don't overdo it. And we're going to lift 2, 3, 4, 5, place down. Left foot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. Right foot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. Make sure you're embracing that core, so we're keeping these hips stable and in line, and we're not rocking back and forth, okay guys? Okay, right foot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 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 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. Keep squeezing your core. 3, 4, 5, and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoop, we're done, you guys. Okay, so that's it for the supine marches. Our third exercise is going to be the prone hip extensions. So for that, we are going to actually lie on our stomachs and we're going to lift each leg up. And what we want to do, here, I'll demonstrate. Let me just make sure. Okay, so for this, we want to make sure we're not arching our backs. Also, if you have, if your hips hurt, like if you are on the floor, feel free again to place a pillow underneath your joints, whether it be your hips. I am just going to place a pillow underneath my forehead because we do want to be looking down. We want to be looking down and not twisting our heads to the side. So maybe if you guys are following along with me, maybe watch this as like a how-to and then do it, because I don't want you guys like twisting your neck trying to look at your phone or computer or anything. And I just don't want you guys injuring yourselves. Okay, so we're gonna want to place our pillow about, to make sure, feels a little silly, but we're gonna want to place our pillow where our necks are going to be neutral. We're going to have our arms down. And then we're basically going to lift one foot up. Make sure you're squeezing that booty and hold for 5 and release. And then we're going to alternate, squeeze the booty, which is going to lift that leg, and down. So we really want to focus on squeezing and activating the glute muscles and not just like carelessly like, oh, just lifting the leg. You know, we want to make sure that we're using that muscle and activating the glute, and that's what's lifting our leg off the ground. Ready? We got this. We're almost there. We only have 2 more after this, okay? Okay. So we're going to lift that right leg for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. Left, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. Engage that core. 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. You want to engage your core so we're protecting this lower back and that's not overarching or having an arch in it, because we don't want back pain, okay guys? 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 2, 2, 5, and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. Make sure you're squeezing that glute. 3, 4, 5, and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. We're done with that, just 2 more. The next one is going to be the ball squeezes. Let me get rid of that pillow. Which we are going to squeeze for 5 seconds and release for 1. So we're gonna go back to this position. Again, if you guys have neck instability, feel free to put a pillow behind your neck. And what we're gonna do is place that squeezy ball or a pillow in between our legs, okay, in between our knees. Again, make sure those shins are everything's facing forward. And what we're gonna do is we are going to squeeze that ball together for 5 seconds and release for 1. This is my puppy Albert. I'm sorry, I thought I had him, oh thank you. I thought I had him put away, but he figured out how to get the door open. You're supposed to eat this while I film. Yeah. Okay, sorry about that. So we are going to squeeze the ball or pillow, quiet for 5 seconds, and then release for 1. And we're also going to do that for 1 minute and 30 seconds, okay? And also, if you guys, the book said, if you guys have knee pain or discomfort with this, move this ball or pillow more towards your inner thighs and not so much by your knees. Okay, so we're gonna squeeze, 2, 3, 4, 5, relax. 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 Almost there. 2, 3, 4, 5, relax. We're done with that one. Also, you know, guys, I was just thinking, I know this, I'm going in the order that the book said, but if you guys also have POTS and like the flipping from your back to your stomach or sitting up, I think you guys are fine with changing the order of this. Like if you guys want to do everything where we're in this position, like first, instead of doing the, prone hip extensions where you had to like flip over and then flip back, feel free to do everything where we're in this liner back, feet hip distance apart. Feel free to do all these first and then doing the prone hip extensions at the end, or kind of whatever routine or order is best for you. Because I kind of noticed when I sat up to like go on my stomach, I was like, oh, I felt a little lightheaded. So, you know, just take that into consideration if you guys have POTS. You know, you don't have to do this in the exact order that I'm doing. I was just following kind of the order on what the book said. So I just kind of noticed that with my own symptoms, and I'm like, you know, that might be helpful for you guys. So feel free, if you guys are doing this on other days, to do kind of whatever order is best for you and your body. Okay? So we're on our last exercise. Can you guys believe that? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap our band, which it could be one of these, an infinity band, tube socks, literally whatever you got, whatever works best. And we're gonna place this kind of around the same area where we had the squishy ball. Excuse me. So we're gonna place that around our legs around our thighs, okay? And we're gonna again have our feet about hip distance apart. And we're going to, all we're going to do is we're going to spread. So what we're going to do, we're going to spread our knees apart a few inches and come back together. And I really want you guys to focus. Do not let your knees, like don't have your knees touch when you rest. We want to keep our legs at like this hip distance apart, and we're opening our legs outward and then coming back to that neutral hip distance apart spot, okay? So I don't want you guys moving your knees in when you relax. I know sometimes with the band it kind of feels like your legs just kind of automatically want to do that. We don't want to do that. We want to keep our hips neutral and then just extend out. So we're getting that resistance and then back to our OG neutral position, okay? And honestly, I don't see why you guys couldn't. If the band is too much, I feel like you guys could probably do this even without a band, but we just want to make sure we're like, you're going to pretend or feel like you're resisting something. So we're actually like activating our muscles and not just like, you know, opening and closing like with no kind of intention. So we want to make sure we're having that intention of resistance. So we're activating our muscles. Okay. I hope that makes sense. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this one for 1.5 minutes as well. And we are going to hold, I think it's for, yeah, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go out for 5 seconds and in. Okay, so we are going neutral position, open those knees for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back to neutral, relax. Open, 2, 3, 4, 5, and close. Open, 2, 3, 4, 5, and close. This is the last exercise. You guys can do it. 2, 3, 4, 5, and close. And open, 2, 3, 4, 5, and close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and close. Open, 2, 3, 4, 5, and close. And open. Feel that resistance. 3, 4, 5, and close. And open, 2, 3, 4, 5, and close. And open, 2, 3, 4, 5, and close. I like to keep my core neutral as well to protect that lower back. Open, 2, 3, 4, 5, and close. And open, 2, 3, 4, 5, and close. And open, 2, 3. We're done, you guys. We made it. We did it. We did it, you guys. I'm really proud of you if you came this far. Again, the goal, sorry, I got a little lightheaded. The goal is to be able to do these exercises for 3 minutes before moving on to the next level. So we want to make sure, you guys, that first video I posted, the 0.5, we're able to do those 2 exercises for 3 minutes each before going to this video. And then once you guys make it to this video, we want to make sure and build up to doing each of these 3 minutes a piece. And to do that, we're just going to add 10 seconds every day. So we did a minute 30 today, tomorrow try a minute 40, a minute 50 the next day, and like so on and so on until you get to 3 minutes. And then once you guys hit 3 minutes, we are going to be moving on to level 2 in this book. So I hope this is helping you guys. I'm so glad with how the last video went, and I'm really happy that I could even help just one person. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Thanks again, and I'm really proud of you. Bye.